G'day scrappers, we're out street scrapping again. Thought I'd come out and a little bit earlier than, well, a day earlier than normal. And oh well, cutting cords first up. Yeah, like I said, I'm here on a Saturday because got things going tomorrow. So I thought I'd come out for something different. And because normally when I'm coming out on Sunday, I'm going through a lot of piles that have, you know, from the day before that are have already been picked through 1,000 times. So I thought, something different. Why not check out what's happening on a Saturday? And yeah, so let's check it out. So seeing though I'm a day earlier than normal, I don't really feel like going specific, so I think I'm just going to pick whatever and see if I can come back with at least close to a half a load. Yeah, obviously I'm not going to take push bikes, basic scrap metal, but microwaves.
Is that work?
Yeah, I just want the transformer and wire. Thanks. There you go. Oh well, two microwaves. Since I'm just starting, and I'll probably end up picking up microwaves. So if I don't take them now, they'll probably be scrapped by the time I see them again. So I'm just gonna, you know, random steel, electronics, but good steel. I don't want to go back with a full load of really light gauge steel. End up, you know, scrap steel has gone down and it's going down virtually every week. So it's just not worth picking up 40 bucks worth of scrap steel and spending an hour or more at the scrapyard and unloading, and you know, for 50 bucks, 40 bucks, I'd rather, you know, like obviously at least a microwave oven, I can get some copper out of it, a transformer, wire, so, and then I can still use the microwave. So it makes sense to get that kind of scrap metal where after I've scrapped it, that's when it I get some value out of it. But so far it doesn't look spectacular yet. Obviously it's Saturday, a day early. I'd probably do much better in this area tomorrow, but yeah, I just I've got a few things planned at home tomorrow, so I'm not gonna have a chance.
Yeah, after the scrap metal, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, grab it all.
Yeah, a bit of brass and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, I'm here for you.
You're the man. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So if you're interested in these, they've got a stainless steel pot in them.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
Yeah, they got the little yeah.
Refrigerations.
Yeah. Once I, you know, don't want to let the gas out and that.
Yeah, yeah.
Even though they put it in the garbage truck and they
Yeah, they do.
It's still the same thing, yeah. But I might take the cables if you don't mind.
No, that was soft, yeah.
Yeah, good copper.
The suits. Cut the body. They all got cables on them, so you got to cut them off.
Yeah, I'll get some value out of it.
Yeah.
These days, mate, geez, I got to work 2 hours just to buy lettuce.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, just a lettuce, mate.
You lucky bastard, we can't afford them.
Yeah. I think that's copper.
Yeah.
Might take steel.
Copper.
Yeah. All right. Looks good.
No worries. Have a good day, bloke.
Cheers, mate. You too. Thanks. There you go. 3. Oh, well, we'll make it 4. Yeah, there's really not much in the way of electronics as yet. We might get brass. It's not always brass in these things. I am going to be the microwave king after today. It's good. It's a lot of microwaves with transformers. Last week I got quite a few microwaves with the inverters, and obviously people don't want them because they want the transformers, but I like the inverters because you still get good copper. In fact, you get more copper out of inverter than a regular one. Well, easier copper because you can just unwind it. Iron toaster. We don't want the toaster, but we take the iron because it's irony alley. Save time, just. All right. What's that? 6 microwaves. That's all we got. No PCs, not even a modem or a DVD. Not one piece of real electronics yet. Amazing. I'm going to hang around here just in case. Because it's all the makings of a computer. We've got a monitor. It doesn't look too bad. Cord food. They're not throwing out the computer. She's closed the door. That's just good heavy steel and doesn't take up any room. Fans. At least these fans have got decent motors. There you go. 2 fans to add to the microwaves. First DVD. At least it's the good one, the hard disk drive version. Plastic pipe. We'll take it. First one, unbelievable. Just, I mean, not even one modem. Can you believe that? I mean, a modem. Nothing. Yeah, crazy. Yeah, what's been hidden in between cars? Not much. Oh well. Cast alley. We go. Nice. Washing machine motor. Good one. Lawnmower. I think I found a PC. Hey, hey, finally. Oh yes, just an old Dell, but it's complete. Hey, finally got a PC. All right. Well guys, I've been going around in, well, more than circles. There's just nothing around. Oh well. What's that? 2, 4, 7 microwaves. That's the only thing that's kind of, well, barely even any microwaves, but I think I'm gonna disappoint the microwave scrappers because, well, if that's 7 that I've got, that's 7 that they don't get. Or 7 transformers they don't get. Yeah, none of them are, you know, the ones without the transformers. But the clouds are really coming in. It's going to start pouring down rain. And I'm just not having a really good run, and I noticed a lot of other scrappers that they don't have much either. But you know, yeah, I'm not really sure about a Saturday run. I think it would work really early in the morning for people that threw out Friday night stuff, or quite a lot later, like late. but it's, you know, if you're in the local area, you can come out late up until it's dark and so on. But when you're living 40 minutes away, you don't get much time. Yeah, so anyway, just far too few piles to make it worthwhile. I mean, there's huge piles, but it's all the same stuff as usual. It's just building materials, furniture, and washing machines. This area just has an absolute mountain of washing machines, but not much else. That guy's got a lawnmower. There you go. Hey, another scrapper with microwave in the back of his trailer. Hey, there was a time when microwaves were even more popular than they are now. Probably because people kind of got fed up with picking up scrapped out microwaves. But back in the day, I remember once I pointed a scrapper out for 3 days. He was driving around with the same microwave in the back of his trailer just to show, hey, look, I've got a microwave, haha. At that time, sure, I was picking up a lot of microwaves, but I was picking up a lot of PCs. 4 or 5 years ago, no one was touching electronics. I'd get 30, 40 PCs in a day sometimes. Things like modems and DVD players, well, a lot more people had them, especially DVD players and so on. I'd get 30 or 40 DVD players a day. It used to be just insane. And, you know, people will say, oh, well, serve yourself right for doing YouTube videos and showing everyone how to pick up money on the streets. Well, I'm happy with that because there's so many people doing it, and they come and see me, sell me circuit boards and stuff, and they, you know, and they're all pretty much say the same thing. Oh, you got me started in street scrapping, and I love it. I haven't stopped, you know. And so yeah, it's good in a way, because I'm not going to be street scrapping forever. I'm not going to be scrapping forever, well, to an extent. And so we've got to pass this information on, you know, and you don't know what's around the corner. And, you know, it's already really hard for a lot of people as it is with inflation and just the cost of living in general. Yeah, it's a lot harder than it used to be, and so I think even though they're cutting out a lot of areas for street scrapping, there are other ways. You can go in areas, and if you wanted to just travel around, you can pick up good stuff in those areas that don't do hard rubbish. But the only thing is, you really want to have an avenue for selling stuff, good furniture and so on, because that's where you'll make your money. You might go around all day and only pick up 2 or 3 items, but those items might be worth a couple of $100 each, and that's how a lot of the pickers are doing it in those areas that are just booked hard rubbish pickup. All right, guys, well, I've come back. Couldn't find anything else, so you know, it was all right. At least I got one PC. What did I get? 8 microwaves. So I thought I'll just finish the video off by scrapping out maybe 1 or 2 microwaves, and just yeah, catching up and updating on, you know, scrapping microwaves. I guess most scrappers can do it with their eyes closed, but for some newer guys, maybe it's something to look into. So let's take it out and yeah, scrap a couple. All right, let's crack one open. One thing I forgot to mention, now I used to do it, but I forgot all about it, is before you pick it up, it's always handy to open the door and have a look inside, because you never know. There could be a dead rat or God knows what they could put in there. So you don't want to bring it home with you, so always a good idea. Yeah, I'll just crack into it. So this is your regular style microwave, as opposed to inverters. So I didn't pick up any inverter microwaves out there. So whereas last week I think I got 4 inverters. Obviously the guys that scrap out microwaves on the street don't want inverters, they just want the transformer. So that's why there's always inverter microwaves about. But in this case, we got in a bit early on the microwaves. So some people go right through the microwave and get every little bit they can. I don't usually go for the turntable motor. Depends how I feel and what I got on, but yeah, I'm just going to scrap how I normally scrap and come down here. And yeah, like I said, everyone's got their own styles. Scrapping microwaves is a pretty common thing for most scrappers. All right. So we undone the transformer, obviously, from underneath. A lot of these days, the transformer is usually half copper, half aluminium. It can vary. It can be all aluminium, or it could be all copper as well. The only thing, safety-wise, I suppose, the only thing really you need to do is cut away first, before you touch anything, just cut away the wire from the capacitor, okay, and even from this magnetron, and that's it. You know, the power would be residual in the capacitor, so there's no need to arc it out or anything like that. I mean, if you do street scrapping, you'll see how many transformers are pulled out from scrappers out in the street, and I've never found a scrapper lying in the street from getting a shock. But I mean, it could be possible after scrapping out probably a couple thousand microwaves. I've never experienced it, as long as, yeah, you disconnect the capacitor. I mean, just not sure. And obviously the magnetron, I'm not sure where else the power would be. This one's pretty easy inside here. It's pretty easy to get to, is what I was getting to. Yeah. So I'm just cutting out this wire just to get it out the way. And all right, so with the magnetron, some people say, oh, you know, why didn't you scrap out the magnetron, get that copper? There's a bit, you know, quite a bit of copper. There really isn't that much copper in a magnetron. And the reason why I don't touch it, it's just a traditional thing, because back in the older days, there was a pink ceramic in there, and it was made of beryllium. And so you just weren't sure if you opened it up that ceramic piece there was already broken, and there might be powder. So when you open up, you're flicking up beryllium. Even scrapyards at one stage refused to take magnetrons. But these days they don't use beryllium in modern day magnetrons, so don't worry about it. So okay, this one, it's just going to be scrap no matter what. So just cut away this wire, and all I do now, if you're scrapping microwaves to get the transformers, and you're thinking of using a transformer for something, then you don't want to do this. I just scratch through, and straight away I can see that it's aluminium, and it came off broke away really quick. So this main one down here is aluminium. It just copper coated, but the top one will most likely still be copper. Okay, so some people still like to scrap these ones out. I can't really show you, it's got lacquer in that. But some people still scrap these just to get this piece of copper. But in this case, to me, it's a lot better to just sell it as a transformer to the scrapyard. And or another thing is, if you're taking them out, don't scratch it. And most likely, this base one will be aluminium in the more modern microwaves. So, if you want to sell these transformers, then just leave them as complete as possible, obviously including as much wire as you can get running off it, and that's it. So there's always a circuit board with a little transformer and a couple little bits you can take off. I don't bother taking out the circuit board. I just break out the transformer. That'll do. That's all we need. And then this little I can't even remember what they're called anymore, but it doesn't matter. Just these little boxes. There'll be obviously copper coil in there, some contacts, and so on. So I deal with them, and that's it. Oh, I forgot one more thing. So as I said, I usually leave the turntable motor. It's only a tiny little motor, I just can't be bothered. But obviously I want this fan motor. Okay. There we go. I'll deal with that. I'll put this in. There's the capacitor, and so yeah, all I've done. If there is residual power, you've cut away. There's no need to touch anything. Just move on. If you really wanted to utilize the scrap metal space of the microwave, you could also put some inside in the sides of the cover and then screw it off. That's all I do now. We've got ourselves a little cavity, and this is the beauty of microwaves, is you can throw in all your rubbish, plugs, screws, nuts, bolts, steel, whatever. Okay, and this fits so much, so I'll just keep filling this, put this aside, crack these open. It's just simply a whack with the hammer. Showed you how to do that before. And oh yeah, so last week when I picked up quite a few inverters, so this is in place of a transformer. So yeah, when you see inverter written on the front of the cover, and that's what it is. So I don't mind them because there's, you know, still quite a lot of copper, and it's a lot easier copper to get. And This one here is a really soft, nice copper, even good for artwork, people wrapping things. It's this one really good, and there's a really fine one. Yeah, and so that's all I do. I just scrap this whole board out and take the aluminium transformer, the whole lot, and get my copper. So I don't mind if I don't get a transformer. There we go. That was a microwave off street scrapping. Thought I'd just throw that in there because it was such a short street scrap. And I'll just keep on scrapping. Alright guys, well I hope there was a little bit of fun out there. Yeah, you know, 8 microwaves, but I did get that one PC, another one of those little Dells. Seem to be common at the moment. Yeah, so, oh well, we'll see next week. I couldn't go out on the main day because I had things to do, but yeah, next week we'll have a real good crack at it, street scrapping, and yeah, and I'll keep scrapping here. So look after yourself guys, and I'll catch you real soon with another one.